You are in the cast iron skillet of rants, where for $5 I will rant about a topic of your choice. Click the link in the description to request a rant. Like I said, you can see my cast iron skillet beautifully seasoning in the background. Maybe you'll hear the noises from the oven. I don't fucking know. This one comes from Epsilon Eagle, and he asked me to rant about Ninja Gaiden 4 and Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Sorry for the delay on that. I meant to get to it sooner. You know what it is. So, one of these games is already out, and the other one is yet to be released, hopefully coming this year. I will talk about the latter first. There's less to say on it. Ninja Gaiden 4, of course. I'm gonna approach it with cautious hope, I guess is the best way to put it. Not even optimism, because I'm not gonna lie, when I think back to the trailer, nothing about it really excited me, other than, oh, okay, Platinum are making a new action game, and it's in the Ninja Gaiden IP, and as far as like Ryu's moveset goes, it looks relatively faithful. But in terms of how this actually shakes out, in terms of scenario design, just general mechanics, it's so up in the air until we actually get our hands on it. I was not impressed with the new character. This is gonna sound really stupid, but I thought his sword just looked way too big. It looked very slow. It looked like his swipes just kind of cover the entire arena in a very simplistic way. But like maybe that's an overreaction. Again, we don't even understand how those mechanics work yet, right? So it's best to be open about it. And I think the most promising thing about the game so far is that Platinum, and especially the director behind the game, who I looked it up in Moby Games, he has not really worked on anything super notable so far. In a directorial role, I should say. That being said, he seems very respectful of the IP. I think he even stated, there was a big Japanese interview that unfortunately no one's really translated yet. I've only seen sort of Google Translate snippets. And I think he even said the entire reason he joined Platinum is because he was hoping that's how he could make a new Ninja Gaiden game, which is kind of insane. And he seems to have some kind of deep, like, personal subjective understanding of like what the series means to him. And I think that is really important. That is really valuable. Also, the art director, she worked on Beta Origins, which is a gorgeous game. I haven't really played it yet, but just looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. Low-key, the most exciting thing about NG4 is the fact that it's Platinum's first game going past an Xbox 360 level of technology other than Nier Automata, which I'm not going to say it doesn't count, but she's not like the other ones, if you know what I'm saying. It's a JRPG, right? It's an action RPG. I do consider that very different. We still haven't really seen Platinum's full power on display with this level of technology, with PS4 level hardware. I really like the Transformers game, for example, but that was cross-gen. That was on the PS3 and 360 as well. So it's just, Platinum have just been this very weird limbo for many, many years now. It feels like they come out with a really big project, like, out of nowhere every couple of years that's somehow kind of materialized. And in the pockets in between those releases, all we hear is doom and gloom. Right now, all we're hearing is, oh my god, they're bleeding staff, Kamiya left, all the other major directors kind of left. Again, NG4, this is not someone who's directed a game before, right? At Platinum. So, I don't know. I don't know what that means. But again, not optimism, but hope. I really, really, really hope this one's good. I really, really hope this one's good. Not just for NG, but also just for Platinum in general, right? I guess there's also the element of, okay, goddamn, it's kind of insane that Team Ninja, they really do not want to make anything that is not a fucking Souls clone at this point. if they really genuinely didn't have the sort of just ability and the passion to make it, I think that's fine that they're outsourcing it to Platinum. I think that's actually cool that they're collaborating in that way. But then I do feel like, again, it's nice to have diversity in that space. And there's always the fear that this might be, rather than a true Ninja Gaiden successor, this could be a generic kind of Platinum game where they stapled like a different IP on top of it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of a game like Revengeance, for example. If it's like as good as that, honestly, I'll be happy. If it's as good as I thought Bayonetta 3 was fine. I thought it was decent. I think it's gonna be really hard for them to make something that I don't enjoy at all. And again, Platinum, they used to be my favorite developer, right? This is the last couple of years have been really hard. And even then, the closest we've come to a game that I really didn't enjoy at all was Bayonetta 2. Which, yeah, that is true. I don't enjoy it. Everything else was either decent or I could just skip it entirely, like fucking Babylon's Fall. So, yeah, that's that on NG4. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Sort of the opposite trajectory to NG4, where the more time passed with NG4, the more kind of hopeful I got after a relatively poor first reaction. NG2 Black, the fact that they revealed it with that title alone is very exciting, right? They must be sort of aware how much weight that holds. I'll say in my own bubble, in my personal friend group, it's been kind of an ongoing meme that NG Black is like, my friend Ryan, he always says NG 2004 is like straight mid. And Black, we do have a lot of issues with it, again, in my friend group. But I think in the general gaming sphere, in the general fucking gaming consciousness, it's a title that holds a lot of weight. Ninja Gaiden Black, right? That holds a lot of fucking weight, and they must have known that. And this shit sucks. NG2 Black sucks, dude. It's so bad. It's so bad. So bad. I honestly I want to say it is borderline deceitful, misleading, false advertising the way they presented it as this. Like, clearly from their phrasing, from their wording, they must be aware that people at large are not that satisfied with Ninja Gaiden Sigma. They're not satisfied with the fact that, okay, that's been, or Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, I should say. They're not satisfying with the fact that that has been the most accessible version of the game, which it's barely even the same game, right? So if I'm not even gonna debate sort of the quality difference between Ninja Gaiden 2 and Sigma. To me, they're just not the same game. Sigma's not a faithful reproduction of Ninja Gaiden 2. And again, Team Ninja displaying some level of awareness of that, using the Black moniker to signify, okay, we're going back. This is fucking it. Back to Black, right? And it's literally like it took an hour for people to find out, nah, this is just Sigma. It's just Sigma under the hood. And again, slapping some pretty minor changes on top, because it feels like they just really didn't want to go all the way. They really didn't want to put all the effort in that they had to make this a faithful version of Ninja Gaiden 2. Slapping, honestly, visuals on top that I don't think are great. A lot of it, this feels like so simplistic to call it that, but again, it's kind of unfair. There should be more detailed analysis in that field. I don't know if I'm the guy for it, but it has that very much hire this man feel to it. With just very not considered sort of color design. A lot of areas look very crushed, very dark. Everything has this very sort of plasticine look to it. and the graphics and the blood, that really is the only reason you would play that shit, right? That really is the only reason you would go for black over Sigma. I guess, I don't know, does Sigma on PC support 120 hertz? Maybe that's a reason. I hear, if you can actually push it that far on PC, it runs pretty, it feels pretty decent. The input lag feels pretty decent. On the Series X, which is where I played it, it looks like absolute dog water at 120 hertz. It completely destroys the graphics. It does feel much better to play that way than the 60 hertz mode, which, compared to the original, and even compared to Sigma, honestly, feels atrocious. Feels very, very sluggish. I've seen input lag numbers, and I think it is the slowest way to play the game. The 60 hertz mode in NG2 Black. To me, you really feel that, and I think Ninja Gaiden 2 in general, it's always been a slightly problematic game in that sense. The 360 version slows down really hard if you crank up the difficulty. If, a lot of enemies get on screen. I think normal mode, the Path of the Warrior, not that bad on the 360, but then once you get to Mentor, it's like kind of insane. The game is in constant slowdown, basically. And then you have the backwards compatible version on the new Xboxes, and that one's always not felt right to me, the way sort of inputs get buffered, the way inputs get dropped sometimes. Now, I've recently acquired, I should show you this. This friggin' controller. This is, oh my god. This is the Game Sir, which is a very goofy name. Can I get the camera to focus? You can barely see the logo. This is the Game Sir G7HE. This seems to solve all my issues with Ninja Gaiden 2 on the Series X. And now that's my preferred version of playing that game. But yeah, I think, again, the way Team Ninja... The most shocking thing is that I tried to find out who made the graphics for this one. Because it really seemed... On the surface, it seems like an outsourced job. It seems like, okay, whoever did this, that maybe did not have a lot of time. Maybe they used a lot of sort of, like asset libraries or something, or maybe, maybe there's some other type of asset generation in there. I don't want to make crazy assumptions. It gives me a very similar vibe to, the new Snake Eater remake that's coming out. It looks so similar to that in terms of just no eye for art at all. In terms of the modeling quality and just the color design again. When you look through the credits, all you see is Team Ninja people. So did they really do this internally? If that's the case, that's insane. I don't know. What a mysterious release. And again... The fact that they just use that name, even though it's clearly such a slap job, borderline offensive, you shouldn't buy it, in my opinion. If you have any respect for yourself, like, literally just play Sigma. If you're gonna mod it, and this is a bigger topic, maybe I should make a video about this, but, like, I was really shocked to see people, like... excited for there's mods for Sigma 2 that are supposed to bring it closer to Ninja Gaiden 2 vanilla. I haven't tried them. I don't know what it's like, but you can just play that. You've been able to play that. You don't need that stuff to be ported to black. I just don't understand what the appeal of that is. I don't understand why people are coping so hard about it. Like you don't need your playing habits, your playing decisions to be dictated by whatever the new thing is. Ninja Gaiden 2 has been available since 2008. You can get a disc really cheap. I live in fucking Germany, right, where the game is fucking banned. And I have a copy. I managed to get my hands on it. And... like, I think playing on the 360 is fine. The 360, notoriously one of the most popular, widespread, widely available systems of all time. Like, be serious. Be serious. That's my rant. Thank you.